Welcome to Island Express Hardware, where we work with your budget. We supply all paints, all brands, and all sizes. And we are of course the cheapest in Trinidad. We also supply pumps and water tanks, and we also have them in combo deals. Visit us for the best friendly customer service. Need steel, beams, and purlins? We got that. We have top quality lats and boxing board, plyboards, gypsum boards, you name it. Do you love to fish? Have no fear, cause we have all the gears. Visit Island Express Hardware today, located at Rashid Avenue, Kakani Road, Felicity Shogunas.
I have told you all right that any government rebuke any government rebel that property tax, I am going to vote for them. In the proximity of $200 million. Where is the $3.6 billion gone? The Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago say here what? If you have $25,000,
no pension.
No pension for you.
You have plenty of money.
Dr.
Yes.
Kid Rowley. If you are a leader, you are responsible for your flock.
There's something called freedom of expression in this country.
Going to get that money to pay property tax. Okay, my friends, a pleasant good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Those of you who are locked on, those of you who are anticipating our program Hardfacts that is aired Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, starting time 12:15. We ask you all to join us today. Stay tuned to our program Hardfacts. And my friends, let us really and truly identify some of the challenges that is plaguing our country, our society, namely crime, namely infrastructure, namely taxation, and so many things, and things like stand your ground and all those things that is really and truly trending in our country today. Let us have some discussion on it. I invite you all, those of you who are locked on, maybe you are at home. Today is Saturday. Many of you, the kids are at home, and maybe you're having some family time and you would like to spare some of that. Maybe you could encourage your children to watch our program, identify with us, tell us what is going on. Do you appreciate that extra 1 week that the Minister of Education have extended the vacation period? All those things are important for you all to discuss. And that's the reason why we create this forum, my friends. My co-host and I, both of us, we have been sitting, we have been debating what should we do to really and truly identify and to better our country. Because this portfolio or this program that we have designed it in such a way, a 12-15 show, that it doesn't encroach on nobody's time. While you are eating, you have your phone. Many of you will be on your lines. Many of you will be on your television. You can look and see what is going on. And you can tell us, you can call us, let people know. Because, you know, you look at the statistic of our program, you are going to realize that we have approximately 40,000 followers. 40,000 followers. And we have a lot of people who like our program. They share our program. And I'm sure that the mileage that, you know, you would like really and truly to be applied to your conversation will be available into John Public, and people are going to listen. And people are going to listen because we can clearly identify a lot of things that we said in the past 2 years have been taken up by the government of the past, and even so much so the present government. They have been identifying with us, they have been seeing, and they have been looking on. And many people are making comments on our program. We appreciate the comments, whether it be negative, whether it be positive. Really and truly, no negative publicity is bad publicity. Right? So again, Trinidad and Tobago, welcome to our program. Welcome to our program. And please stay tuned to our program for the duration, which will be 1 hour. You can call us. You can identify, as I said before, my co-host, Mr. Premchand Baldev. He has a long list here. He has about 50 or 60 things that we would like to discuss today. But again, we might not be able to cover all that. But again, we will try our best to cover as much as possible that is most relevant. Prem?
So thank you very much, our revered and illustrious Imam Rashid Karim, my good friend for the past 40 years or so. Welcome to our program, Hardfacts on Sentinel Media Live Broadcasting. We are here with you Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays from 12:15 p.m. It is a 1-hour show. It is an unedited program, meaning the Imam and I don't have any prior discussion to come into the studio. And again, you can catch us live on TikTok, on Facebook, and on YouTube Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Now, my friends, the Imam started off on a very vocal. He's always vocal. He's my good friend. A note on, the foundation of this program, right? What the country needs, what people needs to know. What others are unable or fearful of saying, Imam.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I want to begin the program today, my friends, by just outlining a few things. A one-word substitution. Director, can you bring that up, please? And it is entitled Types of Government. Now, every country in the world that we live in is ruled by a government. All right? What are the different types of government? Number 1, democracy. A government by the people, typically through elected representatives, where you have elections.
Correct.
All right?
Correct.
2, monarchy. Government ruled by kings or queens, such as in England. 3, autocracy. Government by one person with absolute power. Example, a dictator. Let me repeat that. Autocracy. Government by one person with absolute power. Example, a dictator. Oligarchy. Government by a small elite group of individuals. Bureaucracy. Government run by appointed officials or administrators. Anarchy. Absence of government resulting in disorder or lawlessness. Theocracy. Government ruled by or subject to religious authority. That is when a state is being ruled by religious laws. Plutocracy. Government controlled by the wealthy class people. Aristocracy. Government by the nobility or privileged upper class. And secular, a system where government is separate from religion and its principles. These are the different types of rulership, the different type of governments that we have on planet Earth in our world that we live in. Now, my friends, Trinidad and Tobago, since 1956, since the inception of independence and democracy and whatnot, I believe, Imam, we have seen flashes of all those types of governments in Trinidad and Tobago. Do you agree with me?
Exactly. And I want to just include one more, and that is hierarchy.
I think I skipped that one, Imam.
You skipped
probably.
that. Right? So that's a very, very important one, whereby people, they want to rule according to their own tribal statistics. They want to rule in such a manner that, that whoever they feel that, could be able to toe the line, those are the people who would be in line.
In line.
Right? So We just talking about, you know, the different types of government that is on planet Earth.
No. Within each one of these governments, Trinidad and Tobago, you will find the arms of the different governments that are mentioned here being perpetuated by a democratically ruled government or aristocratic or any other cratic type of government. They all come into play where power is concerned, Imam.
And I could add one more, Prem.
Go ahead.
Hypocritic. The hypocritic government.
Hypocrite,
right?
yeah. Making promises.
Not only making promises, but those people are the ones who really and truly, they are the composition and the compilation, all what Mr. Premchand Baldev have said in the dictatorship pattern and the style of government
on planet
Earth. Right? So again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, feel free to call us 372-2129. I want to welcome all those persons who are live on TikTok at this point in time. Keith Abdul, Christopher, Denise Roach, all those persons there, Angeli Thomas. Those of you who are, those of you who are locked on live in our TikTok program, share our video and let John Public know that this is a forum that you can call us if you have problem with medicine, medical problems, whether it be you go to the hospitals and you were not treated well and you would like, you're not aggravated as much, but you would like the government of the day to understand that this is what is taking place. Because I tell you something, my friends, Trinidad and Tobago, Premchand Baldev, myself, we are accustomed to the political hoorays. We are accustomed to that. You know, sometimes the government of the day would ask the persons who are in the relevant rank and files of government to give report on matters of concern. And most of the time frame, you would notice, everything is honky-dory. Everything going good. All these schools going to open, Minister? Minister Daulat, all
but
these
you
schools.
know something, Imam? I want to applaud our Minister of Education.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Because we on Sentinel Media Broadcasting, we appeal to the Minister of Education, right? That you do have, school is on vacation, Minister, you have no vacation.
Yeah.
You have 2 months, 8 weeks to ensure every school in Trinidad, from ECCE level to university level, is fit for children habitation for classroom studies.
Right.
And we see our minister getting shoulders down on that work.
As we talking about this, right? Now the minister extended a one week vacation.
Yeah.
That is not really vacation. That would have been time that is necessary to complete restorative work in the different schools. And that is the reason why my co-host, we applaud our Minister of Education,
Dr. Daulat.
And again,
Yes.
we continue. We would like to see the minister, being a past principal of a school, you're going to realize, and a prestigious school as a matter of fact. And I'll tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago, we need, education is important. We know that for a fact. Matters not, when you have educated your children, they became doctors and lawyers, and sometimes many of those people will be waiting 3 and 4 years to get a job. I tell you something, that is not the point I'm going to raise here. The point I'm going to raise here is the strategy that is being used by the booksellers of our nation. Why it is that, Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, a man say he have 4 kids. Let me just say 4 kids. And they ranging from 11 to 15 or 16 years. A child a year apart, right? Mm-hmm. And Form 1, Form 2, they would think that the hand-me-down books from Form 2 go Form 1, and Form 3 go Form 2, correct, Form 4 go like that.
In our days, it should be like that?
Yes, but not again.
Why?
And I want to find out if really and truly the modernization is taking place so rapid that sine, cosine, tangent is not needed anymore. And all those subjects, the Boyle's law and Charles' law in chemistry and physics is not usable again. And all these things that is happening, why it is that those things that were taught to us, now, I tell you something, that is the point I'm trying to bring here. Many of us who are old schoolers, right? We went to school and we know about the litmus paper, we know about the Bunsen burner.
Students' companion.
And so, we know about those things, biting and all those.
Atlas and whatnot.
Right.
Yes.
So the point here now, we studied that in 78, 79, 80, 81, 82. We studied that in that duration of 5 years. Now, when you change the syllabus year after year, all that we have learned in that period of time, with the exception of masonry, carpentry, plumbing, and electrical, and even electrical and mechanic change. Because right now, when people learn mechanic in school, in IA, industrial arts,
it's no longer applicable
it's
out
no
here.
longer applicable.
Correct.
When we learn to use a torch right, in industrial arts, again, in welding, you know that torch is not usable again because they're using MIG, TIG, and jig.
And laser welding.
Yes, all those things. So the point is modernization, but some of you outside, they call us 372-2129. What is really and truly going to happen with us, the people of old school, right? And what is going to happen to our present children when everything modify and go forward? Why is that so? Why is it happening? And really and truly, basically, you know, I heard one billionaire, not a millionaire, 1 billionaire said this. He said his father, Prem, listen, his father rode a camel. His grandfather rode a camel. His mode of transport was a camel. His father drive a Toyota Prado. He's driving, you know what? He's driving Land Rover, Land Cruiser, and you know the full works Explorer and everything now. And you know what he said? He said, my children are going to drive something better, Porsche and whatever. But he said his grandchildren, they are going back to ride camel.
Correct.
And that is the system, my friends. Trinidad and Tobago, we have to take cognizance of the fact that today, if you need a plumber, you catch in your royal to get a plumber. But you know, we modernize it. Everybody want to be A-level graduates and bachelor degree and what have you. I am not saying that is not right. I am not saying that is not good. But the point here is, there's supposed to be an equilibrium, a balance, and that is not happening. We had 4-H in our schools, where children would have known about agriculture, you know, agricultural sciences and so forth. Those things have become obsolete. So when that happens, what is going to, you know, the survival skills of our children? They don't know how to plant a piece of garden. Today, everybody's house is only full tile, marble tile all around.
No lipane.
No, nothing. Long time was lipane. Yeah. Now, there is no room to plant a flowers tree.
But you know something, Imam? I want to applaud the present government, all right? Because they are going to reintroduce technology into the schools, into the book bags of our children, which is laptop, all right? And you all would be aware that the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, Prime Minister Modi, had you know, promised to donate 20,000 laptops to our school children in Trinidad and Tobago. So we are moving ahead. Now, laptops were issued to our children in 2010. The laptops were taken away by the PNM government. Here again, we see Mrs. Prasad Desa getting into government is going to reintroduce laptop. Hence, it will curtail, you know, the rising cost of new school books and new going.
Right. And another thing, as Prem is doing this, the Minister of Education, like somehow or the other, my mind running on Ravi Ratiram.
Agriculture.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is the Minister of Education, there are certain things that he and his ministry should really and truly dive into. When it comes to things like TikTok, right? TikTok. You know, we are planning ahead, right? We're planning to ensure that our children study and they become something good. Unlike many of the past, right? What we have seen happening, the majority of those people are in prison and so forth. But the point here is, Ministry of Education, right? They could take the initiative now, people like TikTok, right? Especially TikTok, where the most vulgarity, the most nudity is being portrayed without any check and balance, if you want to put it like that. Any little children
explicit language,
could go on TikTok and see nudity. You can see the genital organs being used by both male and female, and those things can be really and truly curtailed via the Ministry of Education when it comes to school, when it comes to home.
I hope somebody is listening to what you're saying, you know, because some measure of control has to be put into place. To guide TikTok. It is absurd. It is disgusting in Trinidad and Tobago.
Look, a while ago, somebody sent a video. They sent a video with a nude man walking in Felicity. They sent a video with a nude man walking in Felicity. And I tell you something, the person is a video. You could see everything. You could see his private parts. You could see everything. And that is something that should not be available to the young minds in our country. That should not be available.
Correct.
I mean, a lot of elders might want to see those things, but again, that is not supposed to be demonstrated publicly to our 13-year-old, 12-year-old, 11-year-old children. When they see those things, they want to, they want to try. Some people will say, you know what,
Yeah, but Imam, what about the decency of, within family members? A mother, father, and the daughter and son going market Saturday morning, and a nude man, whether he mentally deranged or not, walk inside you. Come on, it is highly...
It is highly
unacceptable.
Yes, unacceptable. Right? Naked man is being seen on numerous occasions venturing at and around the cremation site in Felicity Shogunas at night. Villagers are becoming concerned that it may be a lost spirit roaming, trying to them. They are the people of Felicity. My friends, they call it Babu. That's a Babu man. No, my friend, we can't make joke out of it. That's serious thing.
Babu mean a spirit.
Right? That's a serious thing, right? People have to understand that if that is happening, something should be done. The police should intervene.
The community police,
and
yes.
find out what is taken place. If the man is deranged, get him some treatment in sentence. Or if he's not, then you need to charge him for nudity in public spaces. Right? That is something that is most relevant. So my friends, we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, those of you who are locked on, feel free to call us. Let us know what is taking place in our country. Yes. Right? I'm going to just read up some of the text. And then when we come back, we're going to talk to you about it.
Welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago to our program Hardfacts on Sentinel Media Live Broadcasting. With me in studio is our Imam Rashid Karim. My friends, for those of you who are probably first timers, Imam Rashid Karim is the CEO of Sentinel Media Broadcasting. He is the Imam of the Felicity Masjid. He is the Managing Director of Island Express Hardware, where you can come and get all your building material from foundation to finish, inclusive of your electrical fittings, plumbing fittings, your water tanks, your water pumps, hand tools, power tools, whatever have you, your boxing board, your cupboard material and that sort of thing, galvanized, whatever. You come to Island Express Hardware, and there you're going to get very, very good competitive prices. Now, my friends, there we have the spacious warehouses for rent. Rashid Avenue, Kakan Road, Felicity. Contact 308-5318. Very, very safe and secure. So these warehouses are up for rent. Those who are interested, feel free to call. Now, my friends, come back to us, Director. Trinidad and Tobago, the state of emergency implemented by the present government has been extended, Imam, for a period of 3 months, approximately 90 days. Now, my friends, one may ask in an argumentative way that is it really working? If it is working, why is the murder rate continue to soar? And if it is not working, Imam, why is it still being implemented? If the murder rate continues to soar, continues to climb at a rapid rate as it is going, then what is the next step for the government? Now, as you ponder upon that, I wish to bring to your attention something. Only yesterday, 2 teenagers, schoolboys, Imam, were shot dead by police because they were found in the location, they were found scrapping a stolen vehicle, right? Now, just as the Imam dealt with the Minister of Education and schools and whatnot, the previous regime, the previous government, had absolutely no clue on how to deal with crime and how to deal with violence in school and bullying and that sort of thing. We see here the present government is implementing Imam stringent measures to deal with violence in schools and that sort of thing. Imam, you go ahead.
Okay,
I know you want to take over.
So 5 schoolgirls in viral beating video appears in court for assault. Continue, Director. So again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, as my co-host, Mr. Premchand Baldev, was clearing up the air on the SOE. A lot of people on TikTok right now, they are asking the question, and the very sad thing Premchand mentioned to you all, there was an extension of 3 months. And we look at the murder rate and we see that the murder rate is continuously climbing. And the question begged to be asked, is it working or not? Now, if it is working, we don't have a problem. But if it is not working...
What's the next step?
What exactly?
What is the next step?
So again, when you look at the general population, worldly population, when you look at, let me just look at tourism by extension. Now, if somebody, now is the vacation time, now is summer vacation, right? The only people who is coming to Trinidad and Tobago at this point in time would have been citizens who are residing abroad, right? Nobody else is coming here. Long ago in our country, maybe a couple of 20, 25 years back, you would have seen during this period of time when you are in the marketplace, you'll be seeing a lot of Caucasian people. You'll be seeing a lot of white people in the marketplace.
Yes, yes.
You'll be seeing a lot of white people by the beaches.
And by their accent, East Indians, Pakistanis, Chinese, Arabian people, yes.
I think at this point in time, right, the government of the day should sit in consultation, not only planning how to get monies and tax the country and tax the citizens of this country. I mean, a lot of us, we work hard, and just as how we are talking here, we were talking just so when the PNM was in power, and even worse, right? Because we know for a fact, when we look at statistics, right, a lot of things that were implemented or done under the other regime, that's the PNM regime, the United National Congress, which is the present government, they would have to stand the bunks in the sense that if, you know, court matters were to be judicated upon and monies has to be paid out.
Yes.
Like, for example, Kublal Singh, Wayne Kublal Singh, right? He is receiving 400,000 TT dollars. Why? Because those people who the government, the police, or the advisors of the police, the TTPS, they made a wrong judgment when they went and they broke down the guy, maybe the place that he would gather to hold those protests. The campsite, and today, under this present government, the United National Congress government, right, they have to pay $0.4 million. $0.4 million. So again, my friends, those of you...
You know something, Imam? It is so strange in our country, maybe in other Caribbean countries as well, that members of a government and those who are holding high appointed offices in government and in the judiciary and in the police service, they take decisions, all right, that goes, that they lose in court. And you know who suffers? The taxpayer. And these people enjoy a higher office after that.
All right, let me just give you an example, Prem. 10 years, right? This case was in court for 10 years. Do you know that? Because Kublal Singh,
yes.
Kublal Singh was...
Kamla Prasad Bisesa was the prime minister at
He
the
was
time.
protesting under the regime of Kamla Prasad Bisesa.
Correct.
So this court case, imagine a court case like this. A simple case like this, right? A simple case like this where the police went there and they broke the campsite, the protest campsite of this gentleman, Kublal Singh, and it took 10 years. There are cases that going on right now for murder that has already been in the court for 17 and 15 years. That is one of this judicial system that we have right now, and many of you might not agree, but I beg you that you agree with me on this matter. Why it is that case has to take 10 and 15, a simple case like that, took 10 years. Right, for adjudication. And today, after 3 months in the present government, I don't know if they certain judicial individuals, they were putting that case back and back and back and back. You know something, more longer the case, listen, Trinidad and Tobago, more longer the case takes to try.
Lawyers make more money.
And not only that, the case cost, the cost factor goes right up. If this case would have done, maybe I would have estimated in 5 years' time, the cost could have been about 200,000. So just imagine in 10 years' time, the fine or the money that has to be paid out is $400,000. And where that money is going to come from? Is that money going to come from any of the government ministers? Trinidad and Tobago, wake up, smell the coffee. I am not driving the new Prados. You all are driving the new Prados. Whether you vex or you don't vex, I really don't care. But I'm giving you hard facts here. We are talking about situations here that you all are trying to really and truly. Now, I am seeing every single week for the past 12 weeks, right? This government, they have been identifying the anomalies and the atrocities that has been perpetrated, by the PNM government, right? And we have also seen that many billions of dollars went missing. And we have seen again that in one agency, $800 million went missing, right? We were talking about infrastructural work supposed to be done, and not even 25%, and nobody's going to get locked up.
But Imam, you know, for a present government minister to unearth such things, all right? I'm sure you have come up with hard facts, all right? Hard facts and evidence to go with it. We need to see somebody be placed before the courts.
Yes.
This is nonsense.
No,
Only TikTok videos and you know, headline news, and nobody is facing the courts.
What is that going to do
Nothing.
for the citizens
That
of our
is
country?
bamboozling people's head too.
You know something? All that causing between me and you, it causing heartache, headache, and you know what? It causing division. That is all it causing, because I would like to see, well, the government of the Prime Minister of our country, the Honorable Kamil Prasad Bisesa, Minister of Legal Affairs, the Attorney General, and whoever that is dealing with the legal aspect of our country, I would have expected this. And Trinidad and Tobago, we demand that. We demand that. But you see something? You can't call the pot black if you black, right? You can't do that, because we are seeing people who are entrusted. They were entrusted to take care of the minors in our society. And they are now guilty of the very said heinous crime that they were supposed to be preventing.
Correct.
You understand? And that is what is our country going to now. Our country is going backward. You know, they're saying forward ever, backward never. I think it's going backward ever.
Yeah. No, my friend.
And that is not under the UNC. Eh?
No.
That is the system that we have accepted. We have been subdued by, you know what? By people's voices and opinions when we're supposed to do the right thing.
That's why in the opening of the program, Imam, I said under a democratic government, all the other types of governments, they raise their ugly faces under a democratic government at the time.
Yeah.
Now, my friends, on that point that the Imam was making, you will recall when the present Attorney General, John Jeremy, mounted a UNC platform during the election campaign. Mr. Jeremy at that time said that he is concerned about the length of time criminal cases and other cases, right, homicide and that sort of thing, the length of time it takes to be solved and to be dealt with, you know, by the judiciary. Here we see Dr. Kublal Singh's case took about 10 years, and there are many, many other cases that are still lingering way behind somewhere in the line, hoping that they will get a hearing and that sort of thing. We are calling on the Honorable Attorney General, Mr. Jeremy, to do something. You need to revamp the judicial system, Imam. You need to revamp. Let us have probably night courts set up. Let us have courts dealing with only traffic offenses. Let us have courts dealing with only minor offenses. On Saturdays and Sundays also. Something needs to be done.
Okay, I just want to read two texts. I just want to read two texts from the TikTok, right? And I want to let you all know, I mean, we are not prejudiced, we are not biased against no one. As I said before, you want to call and criticize, you want to condemn it. We are different from the other programs, right? We are different from the other program. You want to call and criticize, we don't have a problem. You want to call and tell us whatever, that's your problem. But just don't use no obscene language and don't call nobody name on our program. That's it, finish. Now I want to read something here. One guy is telling us here, I won't even call his name himself. One guy is telling us here, right? We give the police and the army full power to execute, right? And to get rid of them. That is what John Public is. John Public outside there means the citizens of our country is thinking in their minds. And some people are really and truly, they are happy, and some people are not happy, right? They are saying this. This is what they are saying, that this SOE really and truly means that they give the police full autonomy to really and truly execute bandits and so forth. That is going to augur well with a few people, and maybe the percentage might vary. But again, we have to be realistic, right? We have to be realistic. Look at the big picture. In Trinidad and Tobago, when you look at the worldwide scenario, right? In Trinidad and Tobago, SOE, state of emergency, might mean nothing for us, because when you look at state of emergency, people are going about their business normal. what it gives the police and the army, as the brother is saying, as that individual is saying on TikTok, it gives them the privilege now to do what they have to do, and they really and truly don't have to stand their ground and say anything other than what they said happened, right? Now, when you look at the big picture, you think anybody, any tourist, or anybody who looking for a destination in the Caribbean,
The holiday.
to come Trinidad and Tobago,
Or an investor.
and here what's going to happen. There's a hotelier, organization who wants to invest close to $0.8 billion to build a hotel in Tobago, right? When the government, I'm sure that the government will have to invest in that. And then when they invest in that, Trinidad and Tobago again, the citizens of Trinidad will have to pay for that expense, right? Because basically when you look at Tobago, who vexed Losa? You look at Tobago, what is it that Tobago really and truly, will Tobago be self-sufficient in their governance? Will they be able to provide the amenities for the people? Is our money, Trinidad money, is really and truly going across there and doing what they have to do and assisting and whatever? But you look at the the sufficiency of Tobago. Can they really and truly, contain the cost? They can't.
Not at all.
And if you invest 700, the hotelier is saying that they are going to invest approximately $780 million or something like that, figures like that. Now, I'm sure all those big conglomerates and all those big enterprises, they will have consultation with government ministers and different agencies in the government for government to invest in that, maybe half or 50 or 60%. And you, the citizens of our country, we can't even get bed in hospital. We cannot get proper infrastructure, right? We cannot go and get a tablet that you need in the pharmacy. We can't get those things. But yet still, grand figures are being allocated.
Only in millions.
Allocated,
billions.
right? That is one point. And the second point here, with the escalation of school violence, more remedial programs need to be initiated, not punitive acts. Right? That is a very important thing. I think the Ministry of Education Minister Daulat, has to really and truly be in a past principle, knowing for a fact that, you could be able to initiate, you would understand the day-to-day running of a school. You didn't become the principal just so.
Yes.
You start from
wealth
ground.
of knowledge
You
and
start from
experience.
ground and you reach that level. And I realize why the Honorable Kamal Prasad Bisasa took you in as a minister and to put you as the Minister of Education. You have a battery of knowledge. We are asking on this program, we are calling on Minister of the Ministry of Education, the Honorable Minister Daulat, to implement and initiate programs whereby, children who don't want to study, there are children who don't want to study. Let the government of the day set up a lot of trade school, especially one for electrical, one for plumbing, one for masonry, one for carpentry in different areas.
That is what the
yes,
TikToker is
and you know what to do? You look after 2 years in the normal, maybe Form 1, Form 2, when they do that second year exam, you kind of...
You will know where they're heading to.
Yeah,
yes.
you kind of survey and you try to understand, this child is only making 18 and 20%. That child, you're going to send that child for another 3 years, suffering and straining. And when that child come out there, my friends, that child is going to come home with zero. When you could have changed the course of that child life by putting them in something like welding, plumbing, masonry, carpentry in different areas. If you have a school, build that school only for carpentry. Don't put, for school there. That is where the problem lies.
Now,
so thank you, TikToker.
Yes. Now, Trinidad and Tobago, SOE, the government of the day is preparing a budget for the 2025-2026 fiscal year. So budget preparation is going underway right now. And a lot of consultations are being held with the different stakeholders, such as the importers and exporters and, the used car industry, those who are importing tires and machinery and whatever, okay? Then we have the importers of foodstuff and whatnot. A gentle reminder, this call came from an 85 years old Trinidad and Tobago citizen, a female, a very old lady.
That's a teacher,
yes.
Retired teacher.
That is asking, through Sentinel Media Broadcasting, is asking Minister Tanku, for the past 12 to 13 years, the pensioners did not receive a cent increase by the last regime. The last two increments they got was from a UNC government. And they are asking that they are living in 2025 in 2015 budget of 3,005. So they are asking that the milk of human sympathy flow from your bosom, and you see it fit somehow or the other to put something on these people's pay packets when the month comes. Imam.
Right. So again, my friends, those of you remember this on our program, Prem. We were saying to the opposition at that time, which is the government present, we were saying to you, listen, Trinidad and Tobago, we don't like to be biased and prejudiced against nobody here. We were saying that a lot of recommendation has been made to change one single thing. We said it that. We said it like that here that you all did. That betterment of the people. Now you have the prerogative. Now you have the prerogative.
And
you
the
have
power.
the rights and you have the power. You have that now to implement the very said thing that you made reservations
and representations when you went,
and recommendations.
And your people voted for you.
Right?
Yes.
For whatever you had said in your manifesto, I would have expected and I will expect, and we are going to support this United National Congress government in whatever initiative that they are doing to bring food on the table for people, citizens of our country, and whatever initiative that they are doing that will bring betterment for the population, not the UNC voters alone, but for the citizens of our country, unlike the other government. Because I tell you something, Trinidad, we have 6 protests already recorded.
But Imam, you was an advocate against that, boy.
Yeah, we had 6 protests already recorded since this government came in office. When the PNM was in office, Trinidad and Tobago,
nil.
For the past 10 years, no protests. So we are counting here. I am going to give you a recap every quarterly. How much protest is going to take place. We are seeing bloggers coming out now vociferous and attacking, and they are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. But the last 10 years, unlike us, we were criticizing the United National Congress, we were criticizing the UNC, we were criticizing the opposition, and we were criticizing the PNM. And I tell you something, here we are today, we are commending, we are recommending, and we are appreciative of the government at the day. That is the United National Congress government. All the budget consultation that you all did, whatever recommendation that you give the government, now you are the government, you implement that and put it in place. Number 1 recommendation, pension for poor citizens of our country should be escalated, should be given a rise. Number 1. The food, we're talking about VAT when it comes to food, when it comes to security, when it comes to education, those things should be non-vatable items. Right? These are few of the things that we are talking. We don't want to read and spell for anybody. Because I tell us something, Trinidad and Tobago today, when you talk the righteous thing, when you talk the real facts and you give real information, people don't watch you on TV and Facebook. But once you take off your clothes and you expose your chest and you expose your behind, you get millions of views. But people like us who stand here and we come here facing you and we try to identify the real sufferation and the hardship of the citizens of our country, when you see us, hey, them fellas talking rubbish, man. Boom, turn. And we move away from us. But again, my friends, we are here to stay. We are here to identify. We are here to really and truly absorb and let you all know this country, the citizens of the country, where this government needs to really and truly tweak. And we're going to help them. Let's
Welcome to Island Express Hardware, where we work with your budget. We supply all paints, all brands, and all sizes. And we are of course the cheapest in Trinidad. We also supply pumps and water tanks, and we also have them in combo deals. Visit us for the best friendly customer service. Need steel, beams, and purlins? We got that. We have top quality lats and boxing board, ply boards, gypsum boards, you name it. Do you love to fish? Have no fear. because we have all the gears. Visit Byland Express Hardware today, located at Rashid Avenue, Kakani Road, Felicity Shogunas.
So welcome back, our beautiful fans and listeners to our program Hard Facts on Sentinel Media Broadcasting. My friends, we are here dealing with hard facts and nothing but hard facts. You may agree, you may disagree. We here are neutral to what is happening in our country. We bring it as we see it. Now, Trinidad and Tobago, we are on this maybe this fourth spell of SOE in Trinidad and Tobago. All right? The Attorney General, Mr. John Jeremy, in Parliament, late last week, I think it was Thursday or Friday gone, Monday or Tuesday gone, sorry, said that gangs are using drones, Imam, to conduct surveillance at the military base and law enforcement operations. Gangs are using drones. Now, tell me something, Trinidad and Tobago. Maybe that is one of the main reasons for SOE. Another thing, that type of drone don't cost $200 and $300. Who are the people in this country funding these criminal operations? That needs to be investigated.
We're trying to say, who is the Mr. Big?
Who is the Mr. Big? Exactly. All right? That is one aspect only.
Or Mistress Big.
Mistress Big. The DPP, that is Roger Gaspar, top members of the judiciary, top members of the Trinidad and Tobago Prison Service, and top members of Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Their names were listed for criminal execution, so to speak. That list was found when the search was done at the prisons in Trinidad and Tobago. You want more reason for SOE? Imam?
Yes.
You want more reason for SOE?
Prem, you see something? You see?
That's a frightening thing, you know. It is a frightening situation. I did not want to bring up that, but it is bothering, so I have to bring it up.
Yeah.
You know?
And then again, we're talking about 65 inches, right? So if you understand what I'm saying. So again, my friends, those of you who are locked on to our program, Hard Facts, our program is aired on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, starting time 12:15 in the afternoon, which will be equivalent to maybe your lunch break, right? And we are here, my friends, barking, pleading, begging, and asking you all, those of you who are here, to heed our advice and try to identify, try to understand that you, the citizens of our country, you have a voice. Call us at 372-2129. Director, make sure I saw the line blinking up just now there, but the thing about it is that we're not receiving the call. It seems as though something is wrong again. Right? We were receiving calls and we're not receiving the calls. So something is out of control there. I just want to say a special hello to Babita Maharaj, Akash Sukdev, our dear friend Ahmad, our dear sister Annie, Damien from TikTok there, Diamond Heart from TikTok again, Nicole, Eddie from TJ Supermarket, Sharaz is in the market selling at this point in time, our friend David, our sister Khadija, our brother Barry, and all those individuals who are locked on to us on our program, right? We want to say a special hello to you, a special thank you, and share our videos. This is important. Share our videos and let the people know, not because, you know, we are on the videos, you don't want to share it and say, well, you know, them fellas getting big on the show, and people, no, don't think like that. Don't think like that at all. Whatever you're doing, when somebody doing something good, support them. You'll get the same rewards. And if somebody doing something negative, correct them. And if they stop doing it, you're going to get rewards also. So this is what the program is all about.
Something, Imam? I would like to, I did not discuss this with Imam though, but I would like to extend an invitation to anybody out there, any one of our viewers, to come or call the station or call the hardware here, speak to the Imam, or you can speak to me, and I am inviting you to come and take a seat on this chair. Maybe for 5-10 minutes, and you express yourself. It is not difficult, it is not bad, it is not tough really. Once you get accustomed to this environment, you know, you can do it. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Now, Imam, another thing before we close. The central area, you know, Wassa they shut down for a whole week or so. But there are many, many areas in Trinidad and Tobago, inclusive of the central area, that are still not receiving an adequate supply of running water on their pipes. Right? Wassa, we are calling on you to have the water restored in central area, Upper Ashraf Road, Charleville, Dina Road, Kolahal Road, Marchin Road. There is no water whatsoever. It's going in 11 to 12 days now.
Okay, I just want to say a special shout out. A special shout out of one of our fans, Abraham Al-Suran. Abraham Al-Suran, he is listening, he joined in listening to us from New York. So, Mr. Abraham, share our video and let John Public know what is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago. And maybe, you know, our country could be sort of a template. Whatever is being done here that is good, others can emulate. And even if we made some errors in our deliberation, whether it be via the SOS, whether it be SOE, whether it via the stand your ground, whatever situation that is prevailing, my friends, it could be like a template. You see, that's one of the reasons why, Prem, when a man make a mistake, right, some people will condemn him and criticize him. But when he make a mistake, all right, and maybe he's punished for that mistake, what happens is that become an example. That become an example for others to follow now. A learning experience.
Correct.
So again, no negative publicity is bad publicity. That's the reason why we tell you all, call us if you want to text us and tell us, you know, we're wasting time here, or you want to compliment. Because a lot of people call us and compliment us after the show. Imam, Prem, good show. And this is what we're all about. Not only good show, good show, good show. We want you, the citizens of our country, to dial the number 372-2129, write out a small passage. This is the state imam that I visited the Mount Hospital, and I waited there for 4 hours, and you know, I was treated like a dog. Let us know what is going on.
You know, as I say that, Imam, I just want to reiterate something. Minister of Health. Who is the Minister of Health?
I think it's Bodo,
Okay,
Lakram Bodo.
Dr. Lakram Bodo, right? Dr. Lakram Bodo, I don't know if you are aware of this, sir, but the Kuva Children's Hospital is non-functional presently. You need to make the reason for the disclosure and that sort of thing, because people are wondering, they are calling Central Media Broadcasting, and they want answers. So I'm appealing to you, sir, to make a statement on that.
And while you are at it, you could change that name to Kamala Prasad Bisasa Children's Hospital and let it remain there, whether the duration is 5 years, whether the duration is 10 years, and the other government want to change it like they normally did. They had changed the Children's Hospital to the Kuva Hospital. My friend, that name, Kamala Prasad Bisasa, did a lot of toiling, she did a lot of hard work, a lot of effort. I know for a fact that we led protests from Presal. Right, for the opening of that hospital, we led protests from Presal straight to the hospital, whereby, you know, bringing the awareness to the public Trinidad and Tobago that this hospital is a children's hospital and it should be designated as such. What we are saying, we have been saying this in our program, that if that become the Trinidad and Tobago or the Kamala Prasad Bisasa Children's Hospital, and you remove all those children from all the other hospital facilities in Trinidad, and you carry them to the Kuva, you're going to get wards. You know, we're talking about one extra ward in Port of Spain, one extra ward in Mount Hope, one extra ward in San Fernando, one extra ward in Grandi, one extra ward in Labre. And that would be 5 ward, a 5-story building automatically will be built if you bring all those children and you house them at the Children's Hospital in Kuva, the Kamala Prasad Bisasa Children's Hospital in Kuva. My friends, you're going to get extra space. I'm just giving you some information, and we're giving you some suggestions, and we're giving you all some opinions, and you're going to get 5-6 ward.
Empty wards to deal with.
And those wards could be utilized correctly. All those people who are on the corridors, all those people who are outside maybe on the floor, lying down, sitting down outside, they could be housed properly. Another important thing that we want to make suggestion for, my friends. A lot of people, you know, they check in their families when they have to go on vacation. You don't know this, Prem. I'm telling you.
You mean they place them in the hospital?
Yeah, they put them in the hospital for checkup and checkup and checkup. And you have to understand, doctors have to be able to diagnose these things and look at the inflow when it comes to the summer vacation time. And you're going to realize exactly what I'm saying. And you see things like the time for carnival, when time for carnival, you're going to realize, my friends, that a lot of people, the elderlies, are checked into the hospital where they get, free monitoring for maybe 2 or 3 days, and then afterwards they'll be sent home. You all have to be looking at that. Look at that. Now, we're not saying all is that. We're not saying that. So don't come and say that, we are saying that, there's a discrimination against elderly. No. What we are saying is to look into that, do a survey,
and treat with it,
with
the deficiency.
Basically.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago, we have a Minister of Energy. Do you know his name? He is Dr. Rodal Munilal, Minister of Energy. But, since the government came into office, we have been hearing, very little from Dr. Munilal concerning the petrotrin and that sort of thing. But the last statement he made is that there is a resurgence of investor confidence in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, whatever that means, Imam, I don't know. That is oil language. Okay? But, the message is that, Dr. Munilal, you need to come out and let our people know, because there are people who are well-wishers. They want to see the oil refinery back up and running. Who are the investors? How far have you reached with any mediation and that sort of thing? So, we are looking to, again, Imam and I, we went to Tableland. And while we were going, we were looking out to see when that flame, that flame would be burning once again, signaling and signifying prosperity and oil dollars for our country.
Prem tell you the truth, right? Citizens of our country. Men like myself and Prem Chand Baldev, right? We went off route. We went to a meeting.
We lost.
We were supposed to go in Tableland. But lo and behold, this man here wanted to eat doubles, right? Yeah. He wanted to eat doubles. So he said, Imam, let me go down Devi. Now, lo and behold, we tried to get a shortcut to fly back to head down Golconda side, right? This bridge, that is the Katwaru Street Bridge.
Yes, one of them street.
Yeah, that's Katwaru. There's a bridge that is broken down in Devi. That is the back of where the people sell the sahina.
Where the mandir is in the riverbank.
Yes. So lo and behold, when we went there, we started our journey from 3:30 in the afternoon. When it was around 4:20, 4:15, we were in South. And when we reached down there were police blocking the road, and they tell us that it's a detour, we had to go back down. So what we did, Prem said this, let me take Ramai Trace. Samai Trace. So we went into Samai Trace, and you wouldn't believe, Trinidad and Tobago, it took us an hour and 15 minutes to cover about, I would say, about a half mile. Yeah. When we reached on the corner there, nobody wants to give nobody a chance. And it seems as though no police was aware of the situation, the traffic hazard that was taking place. People could have gotten beaten. People could have gotten robbed in that little piece of alley there, because people were just vexed because nobody to direct the traffic, and nobody. We stayed 15 minutes. You know something? That's why I say hats off to the guy who was intoxicated.
Yes, he was trying to help people.
Hats off. You see, that is one
barefooted, short pants.
Barefooted and short pants, and he directing traffic, and he's sending back vehicles so that other vehicles could pass. And we want to say hats off.
Where was the penal police, boy?
I really don't know.
A bridge breakdown, 2 policemen way down the road, diverting traffic, showing you to take a detour, and there were no police dispatched there to really handle the flow of traffic in the detour.
So myself, one guy tell us to take that road, we go reach fast. And we really take that road, and we end up quite down in Moruga. The guy tell us, use this road here, we go reach up there now. So when we ask another person, I've given you something that transpired this week, we ask another person, and that person say, we far from Tableland.
But Imam, I want to say thank you to that beautiful little girl, that African girl. When we realized we were lost, and I stopped, I said, daughter, we want to get back to Shogunas. How can we reach Taruba where the highway is? She said, do you have a phone with data? I said, yes. And she took the Imam phone, and she installed, I don't know what it is, Imam.
Waze.
Right?
Waze.
And, there was a voice in the phone telling you, turn here, take the next left, turn 50 feet away. And so we find our way that hour of the night back home around 10 o'clock in the night. So blessings to that little girl. Really nice.
So hats off to those of you. Imagine this, people like myself, Prem Chand, Imam Rashid Karam, we lost in Trinidad.
Yeah, but I hungry since morning,
4.5.
food.
It's a good thing that we, no, Prem, stop lying. What we did, we stopped by K&S double. That is on the Tasca Road. K&S doubles.
Hats off
I tell you something, that's one of the best tasting doubles. And watch where when the man sees celebrities coming,
Yes.
Prem Chand,
He say don't miss
when,
this
when he
program.
sees celebrity like Prem Chand coming, the man load with chana. When I watch the double show,
Like a roti.
I say, boy, better give me a spoon to eat this. I say, you making money in this, boy? You might ask him that?
Yes, yes.
Because he's selling a Coke.
$5, boy,
$5 for a Cokes, $5 for a drink, and $5 for doubles. And the doubles full my hand, so chana overflowing, and he give you extra napkin.
Yeah.
I say, you don't give nobody no spoon because they go eat one doubles alone.
Yeah, it's true.
You understand? So hats off to K and S doubles. That is opposite in front by the Savannah on Tasca Road.
Tasca Road, yeah.
Right? Next week we're going up there, we're going to give him a check again. So again, Trinidad and Tobago, those of you who are locked on, those of you who have joined our program, Ramcharan Mangal, right? Mark Woodley, Nadine, all those persons who have joined us, share our video. Share our video. If you would like to call us, we have a few minutes again, Director. Give us a few minutes, please. We have a few minutes again. You can shoot a call. And the number is 372-2129. And maybe we could conclude our program with people who would like to say something. All right? I see Priya, the MP, that's the person from the last MP office. She's calling there.
Yeah.
But again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, remember this clearly. We are in this program not for name, fame, or show. We are not here to debase or bring down anybody. I just want to say hats off, right, to Councillor Gill, Sundar Juku, Councillor Sundar Juku, and I want to say hats off to the Mayor of Shogunas, Mayor Faik Mohammed. We brought it up in our program here on Monday, and lo and behold, Friday was Emancipation Day.
Correct, yeah.
The steamroller came, workers from the Shogunas Borough came, and they paved the road. They paved that piece of road, right? So hats off again. Now tell us something. We just compliment where compliment is due. But we also criticize when criticize is due. Now you guys are doing good. We ask you all, we thank you on our program, and we ask you to continue moving around. Don't feel that you are members of parliament or you are ministers. You are councillors. You have to drive around, identify, because I tell you something right now, on the Felicity Carney Savannah Road, there is 17 pothole. I driving around and I taking a note because I want to come here now and I want to highlight it so that the Mayor of Shogunas, Mayor Faik, and Mr. Sundar Juku, who is the man who in charge of this cadastral area, this constituency, if they want, I can give them the direction of every pothole. We have 17 potholes at this point in time, and all it will take maybe one load of hot mix, not two. Not a whole $1 million in hot mix. Just one load of hot mix, about 4 workers, and the mini steamroller. You make one drive around the borough, Petersfield, Carney, Savannah Road, Kakani Road, and you're covering that in maybe one day work. Right? So if you all, Mayor Faik and Councillor Sundar Juku, we are willing to work with you guys. We would like to highlight your good work, and we want to support you in your program. Unlike, other places, your people criticizing and no, we're not here. When we criticize, it is constructive criticism. And not to debase you, but to elevate your status and to guide you as much as possible. Just as how we learn from you, you may learn from us also.
Now, Imam, while you're on that point, I would like to make an appeal to Councillor
Adrian Ali. Yeah.
Right, Councillor Ali, the upper Ashraf Road, Charleville, where the bend is, the 90-degree bend, that road is sinking approximately 30 feet. That road has already sunk about 8 to 9 inches. So I'm asking you, sir, to come and have a look at it, and ASAP remedial measures has to be done or should be done.
And again, as you're talking about Adrian Ali, there was a piece of work that he done just before the low-cost supermarket by the Sharp Bend in Monroe Road, where an extension was made. Beautiful work. Hats off again to Adrian Ali.
Yes, so, and our councillor Adrian Ali is doing a lot of work in the neighboring villages, all right? So just, Councillor Ali, just take a peep in our road, the upper Ashraf Road, Charleville, and have a look at it, and I know you will expedite that using your good office. So Imam, I think we have come to the end of our program today.
Thank you very much. So I want to just thank all those persons on Sentinel Media Broadcasting, TikTok. We want to thank you all very much for participating in our program here today. And TSTT, Director, you could just pull up that as I close, where they are taking 600 interns. Right? TSTT launches internship for over 600 young people. Now, I just want to make a closing comments, and I don't want you all to feel that, we are, come back, Director, as we close. Now, Now that is a important, a great initiative. Hats off to TSTT, knowing for a fact that TSTT, you overcharge us and we don't get good service from you all, no problem. We could buy the dust for that. But again, I want to let you all know that this country is a multicultural, a multi-religious society. So when you are picking your interns, I am watching you all now. I am watching you all like a hawk. Because many times I am seeing this already. A lot of things is happening and certain elements of our society are left out. Certain elements of our society are left out. And I tell you something, I'm waiting with a bated breath.
Imam, why is it always you have to be the one barking at this
Prem, I tell you
abnormality?
something, not everybody.
I haven't heard any Hindu minister of religion or the Christian faith or the Baptist or the Baha'i or the Seventh-day or the Presbyterian. It's only Imam Rashid.
Prem, I love to do that because I tell you something, I am withdrawing myself from this worldly, this worldly ambition to become this doctor, this lawyer, this, that, the next. I'm a forensic auditor. For those of you who don't know, I am a qualified forensic auditor. If you all don't know, I'm telling you. But the point here is that I am not running after anything. I had a little chat with my little son, my small son, my son who's 14 years old, and I tell him, I say, son, look, everybody educating their children and education.
To make money?
To make money. So I tell him, I say, here, let me skip all that, right? You go to school, take your education, learn how to count, because you see all this script that we follow, that different script that was written by people, unknown people, and they give us something called a syllabus that we follow, and we don't use nothing after we reach 25, 30 years old. We don't really use nothing. As I tell you something, all those programs that we do in mathematics, science and all those subjects, we don't do that outside here. We need reality check in our daily routine, and we're going to do that. And I explained to him, I say, here, what? Study your work, whatever you want to become, no problem. I will support you. But borderline is, you know something? Business. Do some business. Make some pullory. Make some doubles. Plant some garden. Learn something, because that business is what will really and truly support and keep you going.
Had the previous government and previous to the previous initiated these type of forums and plans for our children, today Trinidad and Tobago would not have been in a crime situation that it is in.
All right, 3 months gone, right? 3 months gone. Now tell us something. I'm taking it easy. We're taking it easy. We're giving everybody we give Jimmy Jim boots,
And
right? And Jackie jacket. We're giving them that. We have an MP, a member of parliament, and a minister now in government for Chaguanas West.
Dr. Colin Gosai.
And I would appreciate that the minister start initiating a communication, right? Communication, and I want to clear up something. I want to clear up something here with the citizens of our country, and namely the ministers in government. I want to clear up something with you all. Listen carefully. Imam Rashid Karim, I was UNC all the time. I am UNC. I supported UNC. Now we supported the United National Congress member of parliament for Chaguanas West until the last straws. We supported.
That doesn't make
so
us non-UNC.
We were not different. We didn't go PNM. Maybe if Dinesh Rambali show his hand and he went PNM, that is his business, his rights. But we remain United National Congress. And this madness of segregation and pushing away and getting rid of people who are supportive and supporters of the United National Congress has to stop. It has to stop. The olive branch has to be drawn. And everybody who was supporting the B team, if you want to call it that, right? You have to draw them back, bring them back, because we were and is United National Congress diehard supporters. I spent 14 years under the aegis of the Prime Minister of our country. You know what I'm going to do for you all? On our Monday program, I'm going to show you my track record with the Prime Minister of this country, the Honorable Colonel Prasad.
That is long overdue.
I am going to do that. Because some of you know what? Why I brought up this yesterday?
Them journey come later.
You know why I brought up this? Because I seen a lot of people who were never around Kamla. They were never doing anything for Kamla. And you know something? They hold in high and lofty position because of friends and family. And people who were diehard activists. People who were diehard, who were willing to take a bullet for Kamla. Right? For the Honorable Prime, to show you all 14 years. I'm going to pull from my files. And you show me one day that Imam Rashid Karim wear PNM jersey.